I do not match at all. What's up, everyone? It's your girl Jay, and welcome to Would You Rather, a show where I answer your K-pop related questions. Where today we have an awesome question from Tink O the Great. Yes, I can read. From YouTube. Tink O the Great asks, would you rather go to a concert for one of your favorite groups / solo artists and see a lot of that group only or that solo artist, or go to a multi-concert event like SM Town or YG Family and see a little bit of a lot of your favorites? Woo! That is a good question, actually. Well, first of all, I'll be going to none of these concerts because I'm so bored. No. Pity party over. Well, I guess it's like a quality over quantity thing. And I don't mean that as like, you know, if I go to a multi-concert, it's not going to be quality performance. It's just that like your bias, like your ultimate bias has like a special place in your heart. And in my case, it's Rain. I love Rain. I know all of Rain's songs. Like I've never been to a Rain concert, of course. But on the other hand, I think SM and YG are like a really good example to use, because I would say those two companies have the most amount of artists that I like, I guess, the most. Does that make sense? But it's really, really hard because it'd be really, really cool to see a bunch of, you know, K-pop idols. But like, I feel like with your bias, with your ultimate bias, there's just like, the amount of feels you get are just like, shoo. So like you said, in a multi-concert event like SM Town or YG, you get to see a lot of everything, which is really, really awesome because, you know, I've only been to one K-pop concert. That was Vix. It wasn't really a K-pop concert, but like I saw Vix live, I guess you could say. But I feel like, you know, seeing all these stars that I talk about and, you know, I watch like a bunch of them would be really awesome. But vice versa, I have to say, in YG and SM, there's just some artists that I don't care for at all. So I feel like knowing that I paid, like this is really greedy, but knowing that I paid to see somebody that I didn't really care to see would kind of be like, oh, well. And I know like that would probably be the moment where I kind of like sit down or like kind of not feeling as much, versus if I go to like a Rain concert. Like I said, I know all Rain songs. I'm a super Rain stan, so there would probably be never a dull moment at the concert. So that's like 1 point towards solo artists. Also, moving on to multi-concert events, and this more applies to things like a dream concert, not really as much as SM Town or YG Family, but I feel like for multi-concert events like that, there might be room for like fan wars. And even if it's not fan wars, you might feel bad if you like stand a less popular group and you kind of see like everyone's kind of quiet during when that group performs. Like I feel like I'd be really, really bad, versus if I go to something like a Rain concert, well, we're all there for Rain, so we're all gonna be like dancing and like having the time of their lives, which is really fun. So I guess another one for solo artists. Last but not least, kind of like you mentioned in the question, at these multi-concert events, there's so many groups that the groups are kind of limited to just like a little, maybe one or two songs if it's like a dream concert, and maybe a couple more if it's like a family concert, because those I guess are longer. But that's the kind of the thing, that they perform their hits. Like, you know, FX will perform Electric Shock and Red Light, and SNSD will perform I Got a Boy, and EXO will perform Call Me Baby. But this is kind of like, and I know seeing it live is a lot different, but I kind of like, well, you can like see that anywhere because they always perform their hit songs, versus when somebody has a private concert, because it's just them, they have more room to shine light on songs that weren't the title track during that promotion period. So like I'd get to maybe see Rain perform Familiar Face, or like Lack of Space, or like Touch Up, or Move On, or like the millions of like B tracks or like filler songs, I guess you would call it, on his album that I really, really love. So it'd be cool to see those live and see like how he'd interpret those songs if he were to put on a live performance, but then also get my life to like Rainism and like hip song and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I think just because, you know, bias, like your ultimate bias holds such like a deep place in my heart, and I guess people's heart in general, I feel like for me, I'd get a lot more out of seeing like my ultimate bias in concert, as opposed to just like going to like some type of family concert or multi-performer event. So that's my opinion, but what do you guys think? Would you rather go to a solo concert of your bias or see a multi-concert like the Dream concert or SM Town? Make sure to let me know down below, and also if you have any other questions that you want me to answer or talk about in the next Would You Rather, make sure to tell me down below, and see you next time. What's up everyone, it's your girl Jay and welcome to the K-List, where today we're counting down the top 5 awesome things about Lee Min-ho. Let's get it started. So I think it's safe to say that right now, Lee Min-ho is the hottest thing when it comes to K-drama actors. I mean, whether it's his dramas or his CF